First is the minifigure's name. The pet groomer's name is Lydia. The sprinter's name is Bryant. The fitness instructor's name is Nadia. The esports gamer's name is Karen. The train kid's name is Arlo. The Triceratops costume fan is Eric. The film noir detective's name is David. The harpy's name is Baldwin. The fierce barbarian's name is Alexander. The mushroom sprite's name is Amelia. The goat herder's name is Benwick. The vampire knight strolled through the path in the medieval floor of Tower 25. The top floor used to be full of life until the vampire knight moved in and brought life lower and lower in count. Now he turns people into vampires. All the people in Tower 25 met at the sidewalk to bring together the final plan to bring down the vampire knight once and for all. The pet groomer said, "Let's combine all of my dogs into one army." The train kid said, "Let's build a giant train and crash it into his home." But the detective noticed that there was a camera on the vampire knight's laser and ripped it down. But quickly the vampire knight transformed him into a vampire. The detective chased off the entire area of Tower 25's inhabitants. Then the detective grabbed the goat herder's gun and used his vampire ray from the vampire knight. Then the goat herder was turned into a vampire by the detective by using his vampire ray. The esports gamer ran back to help defend the others while being transformed into the 2/3 of the inhabitants of Tower 25 gathered at the top floor. The harpy whispered, "Come in my cave. I know the cure to the vampires," said the harpy. "The cure is juiced mushroom," said the harpy. They all left to collect the juice from the mushroom, the sprite's garden of mushrooms. Once they gathered up the mushroom juice, they headed back to the harpy's cave. They walked to the cave. The detective found the rest of the non-vampires. He used the vampire ray to transform the pet groomer and the sprinter into vampires. Half of the non-vampire people of Tower 25 were left, who were the fierce barbarian, harpy, mushroom sprite, fitness instructor, train kid, and the Triceratops. They all met in the Tower 25 plaza. They all constructed a new plan, which was to hack the huge vampire laser, transfer everybody back to a human. They would use the esports gamer's computer to hack the laser. They poured the juice mushroom into the main furnace in front of the laser. The laser's beam transferred from red to green. They asked the mushroom sprite to go over to get the vampires to transfer them back to human. Once the mushroom sprite arrived back with a horde of vampires, the horde of vampires was transferred back to humans. They all went to find the vampire knight. First, they searched the top medieval floor, searching bushes, caves, mushrooms, and buildings. Secondly, they searched the second floor with the museum detective office in the stage. Finally, they searched the first floor. They searched the pet groomer's office and the esports gamer's room. There was no sign of the vampire knight. They searched the gym, and they found the vampire knight, the fierce barbarian, used an old vampire ray, transferred to human mode. He is going to use the ray to transfer the vampire knight back to human. The vampire knight began to use his vampire ray and blast away using the ray. The vampire knight kept turning Tower 25's inhabitants into vampires. Almost everybody was a vampire except for 3: the fierce barbarian, the Triceratops costume fan, and the goat herder. They had no choice but to defeat the vampire knight. The Triceratops costume fan drank the juice mushroom and summoned many dinosaurs in the gym. The fierce barbarian blasted a wave of power from the vampire's ray into the vampire knight's soul. The vampire knight looked up, but realized he was in a white man, and he was a human as well. The baby son said, "There's got one." Your brother defeated you because vampires prove against you. Now you have been given a second choice. Your new destiny of Tower 25. The Vampire Knight will be in Tower 25. Series 25. And now let it in peace without now. For now. The end.